Welcome back to NB Media and Content. In today's video, I will be featuring the 2023 Subaru WRX. This is the brand's rally-inspired sports sedan, and in this video, I'll be talking about its design, interior features, engine specifications, and then I'm going to drive it. Before we start with the tour, let's talk about a few key things you need to know about this latest generation WRX. This competes with the Volkswagen Golf GTI and the Hyundai i30N. However, thanks to Subaru's rally-inspired symmetrical all-wheel drive, it has always given the WRX a more unique driving experience compared to its other front-wheel drive rivals. For over 30 years, the WRX was always the JDM road-going rally car which you could use as a family car. It was originally based on the Impreza created for the World Rally Championship in 1992. The price for this latest generation starts from over $40,000, and this RS Manual is priced over $50,000 before on-road costs. And I'd like to thank Vale Subaru for allowing me to film their WRX demonstrator. They are located in the Southern Highlands. They have a professional sales team, stock arriving soon. I've linked their details in the description below, but for now let's continue on with the tour. Let's talk about the design of the new WRX. It's worth mentioning this newest generation WRX shares no body panels from the regular Impreza. From the front, it features LED front headlights, a functional bonnet scoop for airflow, and from the side there's a large amount of cladding on the lower parts of the body with aerodynamic texturing on the wheel arches. It also has 18-inch wheels, and from the rear, the WRX has a large diffuser, quad exhaust pipes, a boot lid spoiler, and lastly, LED magma-inspired rear tail lights. There are 8 colours to choose from free of charge, and this example I'm showing you is finished in magnetite grey metallic. Okay, moving on to the interior. As you can see, the WRX features a traditional design layout. It feels very premium, and Subarus are renowned for their good build quality. You have soft touch materials on the dashboard, nice steering wheel, and on the doors here. It feels very analog, right down to the 6-speed manual and the manual handbrake. It's also easy to get comfortable behind the wheel. The steering offers both tilt and reach adjustment. The seats are electronically controlled with the added lumbar support, and for the front row, the seats can be heated, as well as the rear seats as well. And they're finished in this black and grey ultra suede material with some WRX logos on the top headrests, some nice red stitching. Other key features specific to the WRX, you have a power sunroof, a Harman Kardon surround sound system, this 11.6-inch tablet display, which works really well, and I'm going to run you through it. Now, is this system easy to use? Let's start with the dual zone climate control. You have physical buttons for the temperature, and the rest of the functions are all touch control. As you can see, it's very easy to work out, and if we go into map, as you can see, when you pinch and zoom, it's very responsive. And if we go back into the menu, click on radio, as you can see it features FM, AM and digital radio. It has physical knobs for the tuner and volume. It also comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which are both wired, Bluetooth connectivity. And up here there are some additional menus, acceleration, fuel consumption, etc. And if we go into car, you have your vehicle control, driver assistance, and if I just flick it into reverse, it features a reversing camera with parking guidelines, and if I click on view again, it will show the reversing camera and the gutter angle. Right in front of you, the WRX features a traditional gauge cluster, and using the buttons on the steering wheel, it shows you various information, radio, compass, assistance, fuel consumption, and a sports gauge. Moving on to practicality, I've got a spot for a mobile phone with an auxiliary, 2 USB-A ports, and a 12-volt socket. The glove box holds a litre of water, as well as large size cup holders in the centre. And on the side doors fits that big bottle as well. And we've got some additional storage for some smaller items in the centre there. Considering this is a compact class sedan, I've got loads of room for my toes, knees and headroom, and it's also quite comfortable for long distance journeys. I've got an armrest with 2 cup holders, the 2 outboard seats can be heated, and I've got 2 USB-A charging ports, a mat pocket, And on the doors, large bottle holders. And on the outboard seats, you have 2 ISOFIX points and 3 top tether points for baby seats. Moving on to the boot space, the overall capacity is 411 litres. You can fold the seats down if you require that additional storage. It does have a good size opening, and you can fit a few suitcases back there for those long road trips. You also get an additional space saver spare tyre. So if you do plan to go on a long distance journey, the WRX is a practical 4-door sedan. Now let's move on to the powertrain. Under the bonnet, the WRX RS Manual features a 2.4 horizontally opposed 4-cylinder boxer engine. It's turbocharged and it produces 202 kilowatts and 350 Nm of torque. You also get the benefit of Subaru's rally-inspired symmetrical all-wheel drive system for that added traction. Moving on to driving impressions, what does the WRX feel like on a country road? Well, considering this RS manual model doesn't have the adaptive dampers, it's quite smooth and refined. You definitely can drive this every day. The clutch is easy and the steering is quite responsive. On the open road, it's fantastic to drive. You have a lot of confidence thanks to the symmetrical all-wheel drive system. The previous generation WRX had a 2-litre boxer engine. However, this latest generation has an increased displacement to 2.4 litres. Performance figures haven't changed that much, but it's still on par with many of the WRX's key competitors. However, the advantage with the bigger displacement, the power is more accessible. Let me give you an example. I'm in 4th gear, 2000 RPM, the car is going 60, and if I put my foot down, I've got instant torque, instant acceleration. Let's make a comparison. A Hyundai i30N. That car is very quick, I've driven one. The acceleration is mind-blowing, but you have to be going really fast to really enjoy the performance, whereas this, you don't have to necessarily break the speed limit to have an engaging drive. Because of the analog feeling, this is what most car enthusiasts want in a traditional sports car. A sensational driving experience, and that's something other competitors lack in the segment. In today's world, a lot of automakers are moving towards electrification, and to be able to buy an analog sports car with a traditional 6-speed manual is becoming quite rare these days. So what's the conclusion on the WRX? I've really enjoyed my time with it. As I mentioned, it's an analog manual sports car that probably won't exist in the near future. With cars now moving towards electrification, most cars in this segment have lost their character. However, this Subaru still looks and feels and drives like a WRX, and it has a fantastic powertrain. So that's my video on the WRX. Please like this video, subscribe, and I will see you in the next film.